Well, hi there. This is Ron Rogers, and I am taking you on another episode of the great adventure of aerobatic flying in my Great Lakes open cockpit biplane. Now, I've had a number of you comment on, various views and things like that, and I've tried a whole bunch of different camera locations and positions and that. And this is a new one here. This is the head-mounted camera, and you can see all my clearing turns, my head movements, and you better strap yourself into your chair there because it almost makes me sick watching it. Nauseated is the word, not nauseous. Nauseous means you're sickening. But anyway, nauseated. So watch it at your own peril here, and tell me, what you think of this view. And like people have suggested, I'm putting the whole video out there. I've got the getting the airplane out of the hangar. I just do a little walk around there. I've already done the extensive pre-flight, but I show you that, and I go up and do some aerobatics, and I fly on up to Dacey Airport and do some patterns up there. I had a little trouble with the ship's power, and so the battery ran down. You'd probably gotten bored to death with all the grass patterns I did, but some grass flying up at Dacey Airport. And I had one of my viewers ask about the Cuban 8 maneuver, and I do the Cuban 8 maneuver here in these series. And basically, it's 3/4 of a loop. At point 2 there, you do a half roll out, and then you continue forward. You do another 3/4 of the loop. You get inverted there. You do a half roll out, and then you go down to the level line there, and you pull up. So that is what a Cuban 8 maneuver is, and I'll explain it here when I get to that part of the video. So anyway, sit back, relax, and here we go. All right, this is a new one. I'm going to go with the helmet-mounted camera. Yes, indeed. Let's see. I can probably get a mirror here so you can see what this looks like. Yep, there I am. Look at that. Well, I guess you can, I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, that's me. Yep, I've done the pre-flight at the airplane, looked it all around, but here's just kind of a general walk around. Now, what I need to do, of course, is get it out of the hangar. That's always a good thing, get it out of the hangar. But this is what it looks like, the Great Lakes. If you've been following these, you've seen these before. This is probably going to be about my third acro attempt here. Acro flight. I hope it's not an attempt. And, well, there's the airplane. So for what that's worth, here is my cubicle of refreshment. Yeah, that's right. You saw it here first. All right. So, there's somebody going by. I'm going to get the airplane and take it out, close up the hangar, and then I'm going to put on the parachute and commit aviation. Let's see how this works. Making progress. Okay, let's get the hangar closed up to keep out curious people. All right, parachute time. All right, all three of those are done. Chin strap's good. Power kind of got wrapped in there, but I'm going to ship's power anyway. Okay, bring it back on. Yeah, and there's the phone. Alrighty. Okay. Leave that here as I transition to ship's power. That's all right. All sorts of cords to hook up. There we go. Always a little tight fit. Alrighty. Okay. Make sure the phone is well strapped in. Okay. Guys there. Get you over to ship's power here. This is where I really miss the Air Force crew chiefs, let me tell you. Never realized how nice it was to have those guys help you get strapped in, I'll tell you. No, that's not good. I've got interference there. That's going to have to be corrected, unfortunately. All right. That's my fault for not checking it before. Okay. We'll redo this. Alright. We came loose. Yep, we did. All right, let's try this again. There we go. Like I said, I miss my Air Force crew chiefs big time, but we're getting there. All right. Okay. All right. Back in progress. All right. Top latch. Cords all intertwined, tangled up. Don't want that. Bring that thing a little more into trim, but it's always two nose forward, so I have to adjust it, but start it out at the proper indication. All right. Dual that belt here, shoulder harnesses. All right, strapped in. So, we'll see if you get sick watching this way. Okay. Shoulder harness is tight. I'm ratcheting here. So we are nice and tight. All right. Oh, let the excitement begin. All right. Set that altimeter to 0. This guy should be 880. Yes, I am full of fuel. Wonderful. All right, let's get some priming. That should be good. All right, got the brakes. Clear! All right, engine's running. Check oil pressure. Everything's looking good. And head on out to the runway. I always try to get in between the student traffic there so it isn't quite as congested, but I didn't have too much luck today. It was pretty congested. This is my P4 hangar. If you've seen my Cessna 310 one, that's over at P1C, my other hangar at the other end of the airfield. Nobody waiting to go. Well, there's a couple aircraft coming in, but so far nobody waiting to go, so pull up there. Of course, this is a much simpler aircraft, and I only have one engine to check. That's nice. Of course, they've got a little note that you don't want to go over about 2200 RPM, I think it is, or you could dump the thing on its nose, and that's very bad. I don't want to buy a new MT propeller, which is really cool. This composite propeller just spins over so fast you wouldn't believe it. But here you can see the fun of taxiing out a tail dragger where you can't see very well. Of course, that camera is mounted just a little bit higher than my eye line, otherwise it'd be in my way and I couldn't see. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So anyway, I can taxi out here to the end of the runway, and I run through my checklist items, which are basically the main thing I'm doing, of course, is make sure everything is properly set, instruments and stuff like that. Not too difficult. I don't have a whole bunch. This is not an IFR aircraft. First aircraft I've owned that has not been IFR capable. Yep, there's a guy coming in, student coming in on final. So I do the run up, and basically I'm checking the mag drop. And with the JPI, it's very nice to look at all the cylinders, see exactly what's going on. And I got a Garmin 660 there, which I use for navigation when I'm not going cross country. When I'm going cross country, I like to have my iPad there because it's a little bit bigger display for my aging eyes here, if you will. But anyway, I do the prop check also to make sure it governs properly, and get all that done. And now I am waiting for the traffic to clear. A couple of long finals here. They actually get kind of hard to see there so far out, but there would be in no danger of I'm bad here. They'd be in no danger of getting to the airfield. If they lost their engine, they would dump down there in the gravel pit, which isn't a really nice place to land. Okay, there's a guy. Let's see, we got another guy in the pattern here. And this is runway 26 at Lake in the Hills, by the way. They've been on and off closed quite a few times here, just with all the construction for getting the landing lights up to speed. All right, spacing is looking good. I'm getting ready to take the runway here. All right, so here we go, taking the runway. Get it straight. All levers full forward. Stick forward, tail comes off the ground almost immediately, and then I just hold this level pitch attitude, and it'll fly off at about 55 knots or so. 55 miles per hour. I got to keep changing between the old aircraft certified in 1929 and the newer 310. So get some low airspeed there. Got a little bit of crosswind. I drifted a little right of the runway there. Oh, I did that to clear the runway. That's what I did, yes. Okay. And I get to the end of the runway and then pull up for my departure to the north and the west. Now, since the lake of Crystal Lake, from the city of Crystal Lake, is right on my departure there, I always like to fly over it. So you get a little tour of Crystal Lake, and I live on the north side there. Absolutely beautiful day to fly. And best climb speed on this is 75 miles per hour. I pull the prop and engine back just a little bit, prop and manifold pressure back just a little bit to save wear and tear on the engine, back to more of a climb power setting. It spends plenty of time at full throttle on this, doing the aerobatics. There's Crystal Lake. And then just a little sightseeing tour down the lake. It's a little hard to see, but there are quite a few boats out there today. Alright, so let's do some aerobatics. We're going to get our altitude here. We're going to get our clearing turns. And like I said, I use the ADS-B presentation on my Garmin 660 as an indication, because anybody who is this close to O'Hare will have ADS-B. It's required, and I'll be able to pick them up. Pretty much anybody. I know there are a few exceptions, but anyway, I should be able to see them, and that helps as a secondary method of clearing. And of course, 1,500 feet is my floor here, minimum for aerobatics, and I usually go up to about 2,500 feet, so I have sufficient altitude. Of course, here's where I hope I'm not making anybody airsick with the clearing turns, moving the head. And of course, the first maneuver I'm going to do is a loop. You enter the loop at full power and 125 miles per hour. When you do the Immelmans, since you're doing a roll on the top, you enter those at 130, and it's full power, 3G pulled into both of them. And part of the thing you do here is once you get it cleared and you roll in on the road, I've got a nice road there to use. I've got two housing areas that I keep in between because you can't do aerobatics over congested areas, so you got to avoid that. But it makes a nice little road that I can maneuver back and forth on. But when you do the loop, of course, you get the entry airspeed, and you're checking your wingtips to make sure they're equal as you do the pull up into the loop. And I've gotten good enough on the feel, gotten used to it enough that I have a pretty good feeling of what 3Gs feels like on the pull-up. All right, so time for aerobatics. Make sure we clear the area here. ADS-B also, because anybody that's close to O'Hare has ADS-B on their aircraft. And let's pull up into a loop there. Checking the wingtips, 3G pull, entry airspeed of 125 miles per hour. Throwing the head back, picking up the line, and pulling it on through, coming back into the 3G, getting back to my entry airspeed of 125 miles per hour, and we'll pull up right into another loop. Checking those wingtips. Get inverted, yeah, a little bit off there. Okay, let's roll it on out. Well, correcting back to the line, that's my excuse. Okay, and let's go right into aileron roll. 120 mile per hour entry, start the roll. Yeah, I didn't get the nose quite high enough there and got off the rudder, so you see I'm about 5 or 10 degrees off there. Yeah, sloppy. Let's do another one of those, see if we can get it right. Get the nose up, heels on the horizon, start the roll. Yeah, a little bit of forward stick there. That's better on the rudder usage. You just basically use the rudders to keep the nose right on the point. All right. Now we pull on up into an Immelman. Stop it. Nice roll out on the top. Not too bad. Get some entry airspeed, go right into another one. Yep, checking the wingtips, pulling up. And the Immelman, you do it 130 miles per hour. You need just a little extra airspeed for that roll at the top. But this airplane has a nice 180 horsepower engine, so you got a lot of power when you're inverted there. And you just bring it back and around. And then now we're at 80 miles per hour. We can go right into a split S, pull the power back, and pull it through the what would be the last half of the loop. And a little wing over to do a clearing turn. And that was a snap roll there. You enter at 80 miles per hour. Stick back, rudder in. Horizontal spin. All right, let's do a Cuban 8. Near that at 125 miles per hour. And you do the first 3/4 of a loop. You get the 45-degree down line. And I didn't quite get it here as well as I should have. I'm a little nose high. Then you do the roll, the half roll. And then you pull up into the second half of the loop. Checking the wingtips, of course. Head goes back. I really need one of those sighting things out on the wing there to get my 45-degree down line. That's a little bit better. Do the half roll and come on out. Oh, enough of that gaiety. Let's go up and do some patterns. All right, going up Daisy to shoot a few patterns here. It's a nice grass strip, and the winds are favoring runway 27 there. The first part of 27 is nice and smooth. The second part is not smooth at all, so I try to get airborne. But first grass landings of the year, and the airplanes like grass. Biplane tail draggers like grass. It's very forgiving, so it's a lot of fun. And there's less traffic up here. There's the runway there to the left. It's less traffic, so I can have a little more fun. Although it was funny, it got a little busy today with another biplane and I believe a Luscombe or a Cub. But coming in on the grass here, coming in at 75 miles per hour, but slowing it down, coming across the fence. And my first few are, yeah, I had a little more airspeed than I wanted, so they're not the best short field ones. Chewed up more runway than I wanted. All right, get the power in, go back around for a couple more. All right, so like I mentioned, the battery died there. Ship's power wasn't working for some reason. I don't know if I got a bad cable or that. I gotta look into that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the aerobatics. Didn't get your stomach too churned there, and some of the flying off of the grass strip up there, Daisy. I just really enjoy flying this airplane off a grass strip. So hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll have some more aerobatics again soon. Thanks.